Alright guys, so before this video gets started, just wanted to let you know that I can be an idiot at times. Every now and again, I make a mistake. I'm only human, so is everybody else. So I told you guys whenever I started this channel that I'm going to put everything out there, and when I make a mistake, y'all are going to be right there with me and go through it right along with me. Now, of course, my pocketbook's the only one that's going to be hurting from it, but y'all get a laugh out of it. So at the end of the day, sit back, watch the video. You're gonna see where I screwed up at the end. I'll put it in there. I got to re-edit all this and fit this portion of the video, and of course them at the last section of the video. So yeah, stay tuned and you'll see how to destroy some half fenders. What's going on out there, YouTube? How y'all doing today? Welcome back to another episode of Caveman Mods. Today wanted to tell you that this episode is brought to you by Loves and Speed Co. So one of these days you guys may start paying me, but right now they're not, so it's not really sponsored. I'm just bull crapping you guys. You know, I'm not going to use profanity on here. So we're going to jump into some stuff on this truck today. 2000 Peterbilt 379 short hood. It is what it is. Makes money, that's all that matters. So lighting is kind of crappy, sorry guys. The other day broke off a quarter fender, so I need to replace that. So I went out and got a set of half fenders. This is what we're going to put on the truck today. Let me get you flipped around here. So we've got trucks. Well, don't say the name on them. Oh, they're scratched up already. That is what it is. Work truck. We got trucks, half fenders, both sides. Got the set of trucks, mounting hardware here. I'll go around here and show you the box, and I'll show you what it all contains. So this is what we got right here. That fender, that bracket, same exact setup. That's what we got there. Of course, this fender's still here. I'm going to get rid of this. We're going to pull this whole mount off right here. We're going to actually move it back to this bolt. I've got this one mocked up where we're going to set it, so I'll get to that in a moment. Of course, the bracket right here to hold it up, that's what's going to go right here. Then we've got all this hardware, these brackets, these two bolt together right here. I believe that rubber is going to go there. If not there, then it's going to go somewhere. We'll figure that out in a second. So it comes with that. This box right here was that bracket, so I'm going to get that out of the way. And then of course you got all your mounting hardware right here, clamps, everything that goes here for these brackets. This bracket's for that side, and you got this second one of these brackets here. It's already over there on that side. The way you know front from back, this bar right here needs to be on the back side. So this particular one is going to go over here on the passenger side, right here. I ain't got this one set where it needs to be, but this is what's going to bolt right here to the back of this. This is what bolts to the fender. You want it as far back as you can possibly get it. That way you're getting your best amount of structural integrity out of it, I guess. I mean, you may have to go to that bolt right here. One of these bolts right here in front of the shackle. I guess that's a shackle. I don't know what you call it. The drop down bracket for the suspension. But yeah, we're going to go to this bolt right up in here so we can get as close to the back. We should be about right in here for our mounting position, somewhere in there. I've got the driver's side already lined out to how we're going to actually mount it. First things first, before you do anything and you want to get started, you need to drop the suspension all the way to the ground, as far as you could possibly get it to drop. Absolutely no air in the bags. Once you do that, you're going to get your fenders set on the wheels. Then you want to get them mocked up. And the way I did that is I just got some old scrap 2x4s, and I set the 2x4 in there to where I got approximately the same gap all the way around the tire. And I mean, that's several inches. So once the mounting hardware is up in here, which, you know, I'm not going to be driving with my bags down, but I mean, accidents do happen. People do it, and somebody else is going to be driving this truck eventually. So the mounting hardware shouldn't protrude any further than this mounting hardware right here. That gives me plenty of room And then when the suspension is raised up, obviously this gap right here will open up. My apologies. So this one's lined out. What I did is I put a piece of wood between this tire and that tire. Just stuck a 2x4 up under there. This wood's warped, but got a 2x4 in here right now to kind of make the frame itself, or make the, here, I'll show you. Make the tire, the fender here level with the frame. So you just kind of use that line right there and just measure your little gap kind of by eye. It doesn't have to be perfect, you know, you kind of want to make it look decent, but like I said, it's a nice fairly even gap all the way around. So we're gonna get to this. I got to move this back to that bolt. We're gonna get all this other hardware mounted up on this one back here. Got to drill all the holes out for this. This also comes with a template in here. I haven't took it out yet. It's down in there. So this seems to be a pretty good setup here. That's going to make it fairly easy. Just about anybody can do this. So yeah, it's got this template here. We're going to get that marked up where it needs to go. Currently, I don't need it right now because priorities are mounting all the hardware and brackets. Once that's done, then I know somewhat where I can put this. See, this is an adjustable, so I know this is set right here because exactly where I have to put this, but then this will be adjustable. I can choose where to put my holes on the fender itself. And then of course back here, the bracket that bolts back here is fully adjustable up and down. I should go this way, but it'll move up and down. And of course that'll determine where I put my holes back here in the back. So we're gonna get all that mounted up. I believe I'm gonna have to run to Harbor Freight. Let me get you. Yeah, so we're going to Harbor Freight. Got to get a 3/4 inch airline because I've got, or a 1/2 inch airline. I got a 160 gallon air compressor in here, 160 or 180, I ain't sure. But I got 3/8 inch airline, and I don't believe that that's quite big enough to run a 3/4 inch gun. That's what I'm going to need to take these bolts off the frame. So I'm going to go get that. We're going to go in the Escalade. We're going to go for a ride. Take y'all with me. We're going to give you a cold start in the Escalade, let you hear what it sounds like. I don't believe I've done that for you guys yet. And we're going to get what we need. We'll come back and get started on it. In the meantime, see, I got my father over before we get to that. Oh, didn't mean to flip you all around. My apologies. I got my father over here working on a playhouse swing set that I'm building for my daughter. So he's going to do a little bit of that for me. Do me a favor, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know what kind of content you guys want to see. And I'll try to give you guys as much information on how to do things as possible. I know at times I'm all over the place with my videos, as I am right this second. So I'll get right back to the content in a minute. But nobody's liking, subscribing, and sharing. Or actually, I ain't gonna say nobody. There's several people that are, but you know, not enough people. I'd really appreciate it if you guys could do that for me. I'm appreciative of the people that are. You know, I guess you guys, we're going to call the OGs, the subscribers and everything. So thank you guys for sticking around, watching what I'm doing. I'm doing this on my phone. Camera quality sucks. I apologize, but we'll get to the cold start on the Escalade, get headed to the store, and get this airline so I can get this done. All right, guys, we're going to get you a cold start. I just tried to, and I failed miserably, but we're going to do this again. So I'm going to get you flipped around, get this cold start for you, and you let me know what you think. So, not necessarily a cold start since I just fired it up a second ago. Yeah, you can see my license plate. I don't really care. Check me out, YouTube, Caveman Mod. Be sure to subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think about the Escalade. Am I stupid? I like it. Let me know what you guys think. Other than that, me and my little mini-me right here, we're going to go to Harbor Freight. We'll see you guys on the road. Come on, lady, let's go to the store. Woo! Oh. All right, guys, we've made it back here. I already got this side moved back. Get you flipped around here. This is where it originally was. We moved it back one bolt hole. This is not here permanently, this is just temporarily there, but yeah, I moved that one back. Forgive my mess, all these pipe fittings, but yeah, I had to go get 1/2 inch airline, See, it runs way on down there and then right back up. So I can get this here 3/4 inch. And yes, it's a Harbor Freight special, and you know, I couldn't find a coupler like that at Royal King, or a straight one to put it on straight. So that'll have to work for now. We're gonna do the same thing on this side. We're gonna get this moved back to this side. I already got this quarter fender removed, obviously. So we're gonna get it moved back to that bolt hole. I'll get this one on here and get right back to you. Then we'll get this one back here. Also, real quick, wanted to let you guys know these bolts are 15/16 or a 24 millimeter if you run them with standard or metric, but standard 15/16. There you go, right there. I would advise you guys use new hardware. It makes sense. I haven't even opened this box yet to see exactly what was in it. Like I said, these brackets go over here, these brackets there, and then that big triangle over there mounts to the end of it. Not 100% sure what this is for right at the moment. I'll find out momentarily. Haven't read no instructions. Don't ever really do that, but we'll see here in a minute. So I'll get back with you guys and we'll start getting some of this stuff removed and reattached. All right, guys, so here it is, next day out here. We got the fenders installed. I'll go through and show you kind of what we did here, how we went about doing it. I know I was trying to give you guys a little bit of a step-by-step, but it got kind of late on me and I had to get this done because I got to take off here in the next couple of hours, get back on the road, and get up to Twinsburg, Ohio. So I'll get you flipped around here and see what they look like now. So here we go, we got them on there. So what I did, you can tell I got the new hardware in here. The original fender, the original quarter fender that was right here, moved it back one hole, got it right here now. So in turn, that got it closer to the tire. Granted, my suspension still dropped, so yes, it'll be higher than that, but you can fit a 2x4 between here, so there's still room. The suspension all the way down, that's as far as it'll possibly travel, so it's not going to go any lower than that. Got plenty of clearance. I can stick my hand all the way up through there, roll it all the way across to the front. So I got plenty of room on that side. I will say that side over there is probably about an inch higher, but it is what it is. I'm not perfect and nobody's going to see it, so it'll be all right. As far as this down here, how we got this done, this bracket just mounts up. You pull one bolt out of the fifth wheel mount right there. Of course, it's got new hardware and everything in it. Actually, we just put the fifth wheel on not long ago, and the hardware wasn't that old, so yeah, it's an old looking fifth wheel, whatever. Anyways, put these two bolts in, bolt this bracket up to this. So the way we went about it first, okay, I guess I'll start at the beginning here. Went ahead and remounted this. Once you get this mounted and get it in place, you put this on, but loose. You set your fender on, and you put your 2x4s, little cuts of 2x4s, set them straight on the top of the wheel. And then you want the tire to sit straight on top, or the fender to sit flat on it. You slide the fender forward until it butts up with this, and then you leave all of the plastic stuff on here. That way you can mark on it. And you draw your line all the way around this as a template. That way you know exactly where this is going to go. Now, in the meantime, you've already got this bracket bolted up back here in the back, and you got this on loosely, where you can sit there and kind of move that bracket upward and get it adjusted where it needs, so you can have it level. If you look at it from the angle, you see the frame. Yes, right there. See the frame? You want the fender level with the frame. It was focusing on my hand. You want it level with the frame, because when the frame goes up and down, the fender's going to travel with it. So you want the fender level with the frame. You want the 2x4s up under the wheel, or up under the fender, but on top of the wheel, to give you that gap. And it's pretty uniform. I mean, I will say that gap opens up more in the front right here than it does here at the top. But once the truck is up to ride height, that'll come up. So that's basically it when it comes to it. You mount this, you get this sitting where it needs to be. This is just sitting on top of it at the time. And then once you get done, of course, you have to drill 3 holes in this bracket right here, at least on the set that I bought, and drill 3 mounting holes to mount this up to. And you've got a piece of rubber that goes across, sits right on top of it. Of course, when you tighten them down, it's going to cinch that rubber down a little bit. So you got to take that into consideration also. But once you get these 3 holes in here, you get everything mounted where it'll be sitting level, and you drill these 3 holes out, and you're good to go, basically. Now on this template up here, the way I did it, like I said, you had the line that you drew all the way around, and then you take, there's a template that comes with the kit right there that you just tape to it. And you know, I wasn't gonna go do all that. I made it simple. Just put this template here. I actually took the rubber gasket and laid it over this to see that it lined up with the holes that are on this perfectly, 100%. So I laid that on there, or I had the line on, I laid the rubber on this piece, and then kind of, there was a little gap all the way around it. You know, you kind of just want to make that gap as even as possible. Now granted, you can also look on here, and I marked on the very edge where all my bolt holes were, so I can line those up on the fender. So I had the plastic on, so I took off of this mark right there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a mark right here which will come off if I rub it off. But there's a mark there. You just transfer that mark straight to the plastic that was on this fender, and then you lay your rubber down, leave that gap all the way around. You just make sure it's somewhat even, and draw a circle in each hole for your holes, drill them out, and it mounted up perfect. They didn't fight me in any way, shape, or form. Once you get this mounted to this, of course, you take it off of this, off of the initial bracket right here, slide it off, take this off, get them bolted together, and then you come in, you slide this back on. Then you can take your 2x4s out from under here. You've already got this where it needed to be, so at that point you've basically mounted. All you got to do is put these 3 in, and you're good to go. And I think it turned out pretty good. Looks good to me. About a 1/2 inch below the top of the 5th wheel, which of course I drive a flatbed trailer, so where the 5th wheel and the trailer come together, it has a drop down about that far. I don't know how, probably about 3 inches or so that trailer will be up. So I'll have probably a good 5-6 inches between the top of this fender and the bottom of the trailer. The only problem that I see having really when it comes to any of this was this right here, my 5th wheel. But when, of course, I'm under a trailer, it's going to push that down, so I believe I'll be able to just get to it from right here at the bottom. I think that's what's going to happen. It doesn't really get in the way right here. I mean, it kind of does, but it just rides right there. So I'll have to see how that's going to play out. But I got to get my 5th wheel greased up, get a couple other things greased up for the day. I'm going to go change clothes and get that finished up. I'll give you guys a look from this side. This truck is a mess. It's dirty as crap right now, guys. I've been working the hell out of it. You know, I'm in mud all the time, so that's why I wanted to put the half fenders, try to keep some of the mud off the back of the truck. Got brand new tanks on it, and actually there were 130s, but I put brand new 150s on it. I didn't. The guy I was running under, he did it. So, or the guy who used to own this truck did. But yeah, they're brand spanking new. And I broke that quarter fender off on that side. I didn't want the tires to be throwing rocks at the tanks, denting them up and stuff, so went ahead and got that fixed up. So we're done with that. Need to get that fixed. A couple other things we'll eventually get to on this here truck. Give you guys a look from back here to see how it looks. It looks pretty good. It's not the best. So yeah, guys, that's going to be a wrap for today's video. You do me a favor, drop down below, hit the like button, subscribe, comment, share, do all that good stuff. You know, you guys tuning in, doing all that, and everything I just asked there, that helps with all the YouTube algorithms. And yeah, not the best video quality here. I'm trying to stand in the shade. So yeah, that helps with all the algorithms, helps these videos get out there where other people can see them, and you know, makes it to where one of these days maybe I will get paid off YouTube. I don't know, it'd be great. So do all that for me, guys, and I guess I'll see you on the next one. God bless you. Have a good one. All right, guys, so here it is the next day after I done took off, and yeah, we're going to show you where I screwed up. And yeah, I did. So I'll get you flipped around here and show you this side first, and then I'll let you see the other side. So yeah, what happened here is I got to take into consideration about my winches. So yeah, that happened. That back here just caught the edge. It buckled it all up, but that's not even the worst part. Not so bad. The brackets are still in good shape. This one's not bent, I don't believe, but yeah, just the fender itself is bent up. Let's see, get you over here on this other side and let you see that one was last night where I just barely clipped the corner of it and it messed it up. It wasn't that big a deal, you know. I went about 600 or so miles from Clarksville all the way up here to Twinsburg, Ohio, and yeah, I got up here where I needed to be. No incident really, and then pulled into this place here. Got turned around where I can get ready to pull into this door, and got my load all untarped, unstrapped, and as I backed over here to the staging area, well, I heard a little pop. Now, I wasn't really happy with it, so I'll let you see what happened with that. Yeah. So what happened was this corner right in here, you can see it, caught that right there. Just at the right angle, bent all that bracket right there. And the worst part is it bent this one up here. That one back there was fixable, this one not so much. So I gotta get this off the truck right now because I don't have no time to play around. And yeah, so wanted to capture that. And yeah, that's how not to install fenders. I'll get back with you guys and wrap this video up soon. So yeah, with all that, guys, that's how you don't install fenders. As a matter of fact, I can't say that. I actually did it the right way. That is the correct way to install fenders. Put the 2x4 on there, and it gives them nice and close. Where my issue lies.
Continue on Highland Road for 1 mile.
Oh, there's my GPS. Let me get you flipped around here. So, where my problem lies, in all honesty, is that fifth wheel. That fifth wheel is so low to that frame, I don't have any room to even put these. And I didn't think about that. I didn't take it into consideration, and that's my screw up. Yeah, it's gonna happen to this one too. This one's gonna crush just as bad, if not worse. It probably already has caught it on this corner, I'm sure. Yeah, you can see where it's already did it. So just didn't catch it in the right spot just quite yet, but yeah. So this one's coming off here in a few minutes also. I already took the other one off. I'll get you walked, well, I ain't even gotta walk over there to show you. Yeah, I took that one off. You can see it's got that bracket bent downward. That bracket back there is bent downward as well. I got a bungee holding it up. It's not moving, it's just bent. Just for GP, I put that bungee on there. Yeah, I'm not gonna make my reload today, not because of this, actually. It's a whole nother incident, my other reload. It's a long story. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna try to get this worked out today. Get that all finished up and at least fixed up to the point where I can actually run the rest of this week and get some money out of this deal. Yeah, I'm out $600 for all that, so that happens. You know, it's part of life. Well, so much for them pretty old half fenders. They look good for a day, you know, it is what it is. Take another look at that, but yeah, back to looking like crap, guys. That's gonna be a wrap for today's video. Guys, sorry it was so long, drawn out, and spread over a couple of days. If you would do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys on the next one. God bless you.